Hey guys, this is Richard from High Horse Productions. I'm with the Can Wait and D-Hark interviewing about planning our upcoming show and just general information about what they've been doing. So here we go.
I play guitar in the News Can Wait. My name's Marcus Lopez.
My name is Zachary Light, and I play drums in the News Can Wait.
We just released 3 new songs up on our Facebook page. We're really pushing those 3, and then we're writing a lot right now. We're going to start demoing in about a month or so.
Yeah, we're gonna have like at least 2 to 3 new songs, like hopefully within the next 3 months.
That's still up in the air. We're not really sure exactly how everything's going to come about when we release these things. We're just kind of writing right now. We're just like in full force writing, and we're just like on that right now, writing that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me and Chad, our singer, we did a little acoustic show out in Arlington. It was fun, and it was just kind of like a trial run. It was something we're definitely interested in doing more of. We'd like to go to where we can do full band acoustic shows. We're writing a lot of acoustic stuff. Maybe release some acoustic tracks. Like, definitely be in the future. We'll be doing more acoustic stuff. Our main goals, are surrounded around, writing and releasing these new songs. We're definitely trying to get more out in the region and just connect with a lot more people. We're, taking advantage of a lot more business opportunities and just kind of really pushing ourselves full force, whereas before we were kind of just floating along, and now we're ready to really take things a lot more seriously.
Yeah, 2012 is definitely going to be a really good year.
Yeah, I would say that we'd be touring. We're going to be touring this year. It's going to be light until probably the summer, and then we're going to be taking that on a lot more seriously too, and definitely in the fall. But yeah, we will be touring in 2012. An interesting one. One time we were playing down in Houston, and our van broke down while we were leaving the show to go to an after party, and we were going to play that too. And the van breaks down, and we had to push it, and the only place we could push it into was a Taco Bell parking lot. We ended up spending the night in there.
But it broke down like a little, like, man, what would you say, like at least almost a mile, like away.
Yeah, we had to
from
push it
Taco
quite a
Bell
ways. There's just nowhere to
with.
put it, and yeah, we definitely slept in the van in the Taco Bell parking lot. And Taco Bell was my breakfast the next morning. It's a little rough.
And whose news can we?
Well,
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know. I think it's just like, like the gossip can wait.
Anything. I don't know. It's kind of like,
I don't know.
The way I've always thought the news can wait meaning would be like priorities. It's just like staying focused.
Yeah, keep your focus.
I'd say that is it right there. It's just that the fact that we're playing with so many bands that we're not exactly fitting in with them, and it's like, well, what shows do we play? Are we appropriate to play this bill? And
because we have such a diverse sound, like at least for the music scene right now, like none of our songs, like at least like every one sounds exactly the same. And then along with the older stuff, like too, that's more of like a punk rock kind of faster paced hardcore feel.
Just kind of doing what we want, and I think that's the hardest thing. It's just like when we do what we want, it's just like, well, is this what everybody else wants to hear? But we're just kind of gonna keep doing what we're doing, and
yeah, definitely
just playing as many shows that we want to play, and hopefully it picks up.
What bands do you want to play with in 2012?
I want to play with all of our friends. We've got a lot of good shows coming with all of our friends, but I don't know. That's...
Man, I would love to play with Touche Amore again.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was probably one of the highlights, at least of closing out the year of shows.
Yeah, we started out as a 3-piece where it was me, our bassist, now Mike, and we had a different drummer, and Chad joined later on, who's our singer, and eventually our drummer just left, and about like a year and a half ago you joined.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, I guess I moved up here. Yeah, it's probably a little bit over like a year and a half, but yeah, I moved up here, and I came up for about like 2 weeks, just met everyone, and then just tried out. Everything fit like perfectly. I mean, so here we are today.
21st.
I think it'll be interesting. I think people are always looking for something new and different, and since he's like mixing up or you guys are mixing up like different bands and styles together. I think that's interesting. I know
definitely.
personally, I love shows that are like that are just like bringing
shows that diversity.
Yeah, it's like it's more fun. Like whenever it's all the same, it's like I don't know. It just kind of gets boring almost because everything's the same.
Yeah,
on the
it
show.
sounds the same.
But whenever it's mixed up, it's just like it keeps it fresh, and the fact that it's Dustin makes it so much cooler. D-Hark's like one of our really good friends, so this should be interesting.
Yeah. Mr. O'Malley.
I fit in doing what I do. It's not really that I necessarily need to fit in somewhere. I feel like I bring something new to the table in terms of hip hop, and definitely in terms of this scene, because I mean you don't see many hip hop artists taking it seriously in this scene. So I feel like I fit in that way. But really, even if I don't fit in a certain way, I'm doing what I do, so it doesn't really matter. I got my start up whenever I quit Even Cameras Lie in March of 2010, I want to say. I quit and I was thinking about doing some rap stuff and I wasn't really sure about it, so I wrote some stuff for fun. I got booked on one show, ended up dropping the show, and just kind of shied away from it, but still wrote for fun. And then once I was writing a rap with one of my friends, and he said it was really good and I should try and do it full time, and I had a really good time doing it, so I just said, why not? Fuck it. My expectations are high, but if they aren't, I understand why not. There's been a lot of issues with recording the mixtape. I originally recorded it with Zach Light, finished all 15 songs with him. We had 2 songs mixed and mastered, put them online. I was supposed to get a third one back one day, and I got a call that the studio burned down. So I had to switch to a new producer, which took like 2 weeks to actually find someone that was willing to do it. And he's mixing it now, and it's sounds different than what I expected. I haven't been able to be as picky as I would have liked to been just because of the time crunch. But as for the songs themselves, I'm pretty awesome, so it doesn't really matter. So my goals in 2012 is for one thing to be taken more seriously, because of a lot of rappers in our scene don't really take it as seriously as I do, and they're more obvious about it than I am, but I feel like just because I'm associated with them, whenever I talk seriously about things, people are just like, oh, it's just another rapper, whatever, I don't care. So I want to get myself out of that little stigma and make a name for myself. I want to try and get on bigger shows. I want to try and get on more shows with actual rappers. And I want to get a lot of acid. In 2012, I plan to release 2 more mixtapes by the end of 2012. Hopefully that'll happen and stuff like that. I hope to be able to actually be making some sort of money off of this, doing more shows where I can get guarantees and stuff like that, because it'd be nice to have something other than a boring desk job to fund my life. And basically what I said before, a lot of acid. My dream lineup would probably be Kanye West headlining, and then Black Star, Royce the 5'9", Pharoah Monch, Kendrick Lamar, Yellow Wolf, and me. Because that would be a sick show. The hair is just on my head. It serves the purpose of growing from my head. And honestly, I have a big fear of getting my hair cut because of a bad incident with a barber once. So I just don't get it cut that often. So it grew out and I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to keep it. And I like chains, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm not actually on acid yet, which is why it's on my goals list. But at the moment, I don't take anything other than maybe Adderall or maybe an herbal supplement of sorts. But I used to take a lot of hydrocodone and a lot of Xanax, and I dropped that shit from my life, and it feels good to not have to deal with that anymore. I think it's definitely going to be a positive reaction. I mean, just because there hasn't been a rapper booked with High Horse and stuff like that, and then a lot of people are going to come out for bands and hear something new and it'll be cool, and then a lot of my fans are going to come out and get down and they're going to hear some awesome bands because it's something that neither groups are used to, and it'll be a nice breath of fresh air, which is something that shows need these days.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let us begin. You thought that I've been silenced. I've been reclusive and you didn't know where I was.